It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on SABC3, and you are just in time as we unpack our relationship topic. Now, we've been spending more and more time at home with our partners, really getting to know each other over the past 11 months during lockdown, which means Valentine's Day this year, apart from feeling a little bit different, calls for more practical experiences and gifts as we know what our relationships really need. We are joined by clinical psychologist Asha Dullabh and industrial psychologist Kim-Lee Ricketts. They are back with us on the couch to really unpack some ideas on how we can reconnect and have a magical experience with our beloved ones this coming Sunday.
Ladies, I'm so excited. I feel like I'm in such capable hands. Like, I can ask you anything relationship-wise and I'm going to be sorted. So I got to first find out, like, in the last 11 months, I mean, it's been crazy. We've been struggling. But have couples been able to find, like, that meaningful connection and that spark we talk about? Is it still there? Is it still possible?
I think not only meaningful, but definitely deep, authentic and honest. I think people have really connected on a different level. It's a whole new normal of connection with not only our partners, but with our children, with our workers, our colleagues, with our pets. So there's a whole new great energy of love.
And I suppose it's also forced less distraction as well, because we're forced to engage with our partner.
Yes.
And we can't use the excuse of let's go do that or watch a movie or something.
Exactly.
It's me and you. There's no hiding here.
There's a greater appreciation for connection.
Yeah, I love
It
it.
definitely is. And you can't run away from your problems because you're on lockdown. I don't want to say stuck together, but you are forced to be with each other. Now, Kim, I know you had a lockdown wedding. You're still in your honeymoon phase. What are the plans for your and Jared's first Valentine's Day as a married couple?
So I think what many people don't know is that Jared's quite romantic.
Oh, really?
He really is. I was sharing with Asha a little bit earlier our first Valentine's Day, and I remember it quite like it's clear as day. Jared showed up with a big bunch of roses, a gift, and I was the one going, I have something planned for the weekend. I didn't even know it was something we celebrated. And as you mentioned, we've taken the time, I think, over the years to just connect and decide what does Valentine's Day mean to the both of us. And I think it's about sharing our love every day. So not making it just on one particular day, but spending time together. So what we found is that our love language, our way of connecting is through spending time and quality time. So I think this year would be no different than spending time together because of our busy schedules. We would spend lots of time. I know he has something up his sleeve. He told me he's got something in mind, so I'm ready to be surprised. I do like surprises. But I think it's going to be the two of us, just to connect, sit down, take a walk, which we've been doing quite often. Do much more of that, and I may cook a dinner.
You may.
But I am waiting on Jared to say what that surprise is, so I may not have to cook for dinner.
Hopefully you don't have to.
So, Kim, I love what you're mentioning and the conversation of love languages. And I must say I share that. And I think it's quite common in the entertainment industry to appreciate quality time and to appreciate that physical connection because you are often on with each other. So my question is then, when it comes to that gift and showing your love on Valentine's Day, what do you then suggest, especially right now when it comes to expressing that? Obviously, we have our love languages, but do we need to focus on the gift so much, the experience, or just the time? I mean, what would you suggest coming up this Valentine's Day? And I'm definitely taking notes because I need another answer here.
I think anything goes with the gift, but the greatest gift is also the gift of self-care and self-love. I think that we need to give a gift of anything with grateful, open heart and receive openly with the grateful, open heart. So anything can really go, but gifts that really tie in with our love language. You know, sometimes it's quality time or whether it's words of affirmation. There's so many different ways of expressing love. Nowadays with virtual, we can do a voice note, we can do a little voice video recording. Valentine's Day is on a Sunday this year. It's lovely to get out to connect with nature.
Yes.
Sure, nature boys will be doing that.
Yes.
Our picnics, having a lovely beach day. I think that our environments have been quite, like we said early on, it's been quite mixed up with work and our family life all combined. So let's recreate our home, maybe, you know, sort of redesign our home, change a light bulb, use candles. Yes, such a beautiful way.
There we
Use
go.
Candles, yes.
And that's also easy on the budget. That's not anything drastic. And I feel like when it comes to Valentine's Day, there are people that celebrate it and people that don't celebrate it. There are people that feel like love needs to be celebrated every single day. But at the end of the day, celebrating Valentine's Day can also add a lot of anxiety and pressure. How can we put our viewers at ease by removing that anxiety? Like, what are some of the practical things they can do to make it special without having to break the bank, or really just to connect with their partner?
I think, if anything, what COVID and the pandemic has taught us is that the greatest present is our presence. We've lost so many people. Well, I speak for myself. I've lost so many friends, so many family during this time. And I think the fact that we get to just be together, as Asha mentioned, connecting via video call, sending that voice note, just letting someone know that you love them on that day, be it your pet, be it your family member, be it your brother, be it your sister, be it your loved one, as in your partner. Share that message and share it by having that presence and spending that time together. So I think from a practical perspective, it's just making the time to send that voice note, to cook that dinner, which, like I said, I may or may not have to do, but to cook that dinner, to not put pressure on ourselves, but actually just to use what we have with where we are and where we find ourselves. So Raul, to your nature, to Asha's nature comment, is setting up that picnic and having a picnic at home, using the space we have at home.
Was that a picnic at home? And what was all?
I think just thinking differently about where we find ourselves. So if it is that you have your home space, you have your lounge, turn your lounge into that picnic space if that's all that you can do to make, with what, like I said, use the resources that you have. Don't put so much pressure on yourself, Raul.
I love what you're saying. It's encouraging me. It's taking the pressure off me and the chaos. And I think I'm almost hearing it as a form of advice in terms of what to do. So maybe just to ask you, Asha, on top of that, what other advice would you maybe have when it comes to this weekend and spending a quarantine Valentine's Day? Just to Mzansi, I mean, what should we just really, really take care of and place importance on?
Appreciate the connection that you have with your partner with loving, kind words. That is so powerful. Just offer a smile, offer gentleness, and just a lovely compliment, words of affirmation, but general loving kindness. And the greatest thing is for people to receive that love openly and acknowledge it.
I like that. And you know what? If you can't get a babysitter this year, do Valentine's Day with the kids. Make it a family event. Well, Asha, Kim, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And really, I hope you got some great tips on how to reconnect this Valentine's Day with your loved ones.